Welcome back to the sixth lecture in the video series on ChatGPT for developers. In the previous lectures, we learned how to perform text completion using post requests and the OpenAI Python library. Today, we will explore another approach using the Langchain framework. Langchain is a framework for developing applications that are powered by language models. It allows seamless integration of the language model into your project. It's basically a way of providing a simple and intuitive interface so that you can interact with models like ChatGPT. In this video, we will walk through the process of utilizing Langchain for our text completion tasks. Langchain not only calls out to a language model, but in fact, it can also ensure that the app is more data aware. What do we mean by data aware? That is, it is able to connect the language model to other sources of data. And it also ensures that it is more agentic. That is, it allows the language model to interact with the environment, like the external sources. The Langchain framework is designed around these two basic principles. To install Langchain, you can use the command pip install Langchain in your terminal or in the command prompt. The core component of Langchain is the large language models. Langchain by itself is not a provider of LLM, but rather it provides an interface with which you can interact with a number of LLM. The line from langchain.llms import OpenAI. We import the OpenAI class from langchain.llms module. This is the class that represents the language model provided by the Langchain framework. We will work with an OpenAI LLM wrapper, which is again named OpenAI. OpenAI is not the only language model provider that can be used with Langchain. There are other LLM models available from different providers like Cohere, Hugging Face, and more. This line creates an instance of the OpenAI class and it initializes it with specific parameters. We have seen that for text completion, the best model is Text DaVinci 003. And then we use the temperature as 0.2 because we want to perform NER. And we have specified the maximum tokens to be 20. This line calls the LLM object as a function and passes the prompt as input. This text is useful to generate the response. It is not always essential that we pass all the parameters to the API. The default parameters are given as follows. When no specific customization is required, we need not pass any parameter. If we want to perform chat completion instead of text completion, we need to use wrappers around the chat model. To generate the response, we give llm.generate. We can give a single prompt, or it is also possible for us to give multiple prompts. Here in this particular example, we generate output for 2 prompts in a single request. The asterisk 2 specifies that we need to generate multiple outputs and the number of desired outputs is specified as 2. The output of the LLM is as follows. It's the generation list. The completion content for the first prompt is stored at index 0 in the list. Similarly, the completion content for the second prompt is stored at index 1. The text content for the first result of the first prompt can be accessed from generations of 00.text. So if I only need the result of the first prompt, I can print generations of 00. But if I want to get the result of what is Python, then I need to access generations of 1. And in that, if I need to access the first output, it is 1, 0. And at the location generations of 1, 0, if I only want to access the text, I can give it as LLM underscore result, which has the entire generations list. And in that, I access the second prompt, that is, what is Python. and I access the text from it, and I want to access the first text that is generated. Please note that I've asked for two different generations, but now I want to access only the first generation. So I give generations of 1, 0, and I want only the text to be printed. The aim of this video was to create awareness about the Langchain framework. We will look into it in more detail once we cover the foundational aspects of OpenAI. In the next video, we will explore additional parameters for text completion, and this will further our understanding of how to customize and optimize the completion process.